Hey folks, welcome to the channel. So recently there's a lot of hype going around with this kind of filming stick video cameras with the release of DJI Osmo Pocket 4. So I got into the hype, I got one myself as well. This is my very first Pocket series camera. And also the upcoming Insta360 Luna series, Luna and Luna Ultra and whatever not, they're gonna come out. But the transiting from a traditional filming gears to this kind of small pocket cameras, I do have a couple of gripes that I think is necessary to have, even though a lot of people probably have not talked about it before. That is audio monitoring. I'm not sure how people is able to do it without audio monitoring. There are times that whenever I connect my mic, it does have interference and the sound quality turn out like shit. Or when they are too loud or whatnot. So yeah, sure, I mean there are meters out there they can see, but it's not the most reliable out there. I still prefer to monitor my audio at all time whenever I'm filming. So the most default way of how people is able to connect their microphone to the Pocket series is simply like this. So this is the DJI Mic 2. You simply connect this device directly into the Pocket 4 using Bluetooth connection. As you can see, it's blinking. This is probably the most default kind of connecting methods that a lot of people will use, but I'm not sure if you guys have experienced it, or maybe it's just exclusively about the Mic 2. But there are times when I'm filming, the audio get chipped or get clipped, and it gets statics here and there, and therefore the audio gets really bad. I cannot use that clip, so I have to retake that particular cut. That happens quite a few times. Maybe just exclusively to the Mic 2, or maybe just this particular mic. But at the same time, I cannot monitor the audio at real time. Yeah, sure, people gave suggestions of why not you just use the USB Type-C to 3.5mm female, these connectors. But bro, when I use that, the latency on this thing is just horrendous and I cannot monitor the sound. So it feels very awkward to listen to that. It's just unusable. Therefore, I developed my own solutions. You basically got only one port on the Pocket series. So in order to get more functionalities out of it, I tend to use extended base plates. So previously I was using these Ulanzi's, I can't remember what model number is this thing, but this is something I really like compared to a lot of other base plates that these Pockets cameras have. So the good thing about this is that it has tons of mounting options, like the action camera mounting style, the magnet style, and these things also flip around, which is great. It's really good. However, the big problem I have about this, or at least two issues I have about this Ulanzi's mounting plate, is that number one, the back part, the magnetic back plate, is not very flexible. It can only tilt down whenever you turned the front plate all the way to the front, and even so, the back plate only tilts to a certain extent. This is the maximum it can go. And the biggest problem I have about it is the USB accessibility. So as you can see, I mounted this thing in. So in order for you to access the USB-C port, is through a deep-ass hole below the mounting plate. That is not functional. So a lot of time when you mount that, this is what you're gonna get. But through the Type-C cables. It works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't work for you, too bad about it. And even so, I still think this is not the best option, but I mean, if it works in your case, that's great. So fortunately for us, SmallRig just released this thing called the 6359 base plate, mounting plate, Type-C, whatever. Just remember it's 6359 by SmallRig. So this has a USB port in there. That's great. And additionally, it solved the problem of what the Ulanzi's fucked it up. So the base plate can swivel without any kind of restriction, which is great. And it still has that, the action camera mounting option. So let me show you this. This thing saved my ass, seriously. So now with this, it's mounted on. And remember, the back plate is magnetic, right? I modified this. This is cold shoe, a very typical cold shoe plastic thing with a piece of magnet at the back. So now this thing is able to stick on right there. So with this option, what does it enable? It basically enables me to put any kind of receiver onto the back of this DJI. Mind blown. So with that, there you go. DJI Pocket 4 with a DJI Mic 2 receiver. You don't believe? Let me show you. I specifically ordered a very short cable for such use case. This you probably can get by with like 5cm or 7cm kind of cable, which is the most perfect for this. 10cm is a little bit too long. Mine, I believe, was like 6 or 7cm. But yeah, this is great. This is a perfect length. Of course, the orientation of magnet kind of plays a different role. Mine is a little bit off-center, but that's fine. It works. So now, it's on the camera. And it's working. It's working perfectly. Look at this. Look at this. Mic check, mic check. Can you see the audio volume on this thing? Yeah, so now I'm connecting this mic, DJI Mic 2, to the DJI Mic 2's receiver and directly into the Pocket 4. This what enables me to monitor my audio through the headphone or earphone or headphone, whatever 3.5mm port at the side of the receiver with any kind of like a, you know, better audio listening devices. You can argue that the fact is there are other solutions out there that does it a little bit better. Perhaps you're talking about the Holy Land. I'm not sure what model it is, but I'm gonna list it somewhere later. That particular set has a wireless monitoring headphone that is connected to the microphone. But I think a lot of people are complaining about that particular set is that the headphone or earphone that series was extremely bad. So you cannot really monitor audio at higher quality. And of course, at the same time, that is still another route of wireless. So think of it this way. Wireless to wireless to wireless. That's 2 points of wireless connecting. Point of failure. For in this solution, we are basically only bypassing one wireless solution, which is the wireless of the microphone to the receiver, which in this case, DJI is pretty reliable when it comes to the wireless signal for microphone to its receiver. Well, 90% of the time. And we bypass the audio source, which is using cable directly into the DJI. So in this case, I eliminates my problem of having potentially bad audio reception. At the same time, I am able to monitor my audio at close to real time. Another suggestion that people tend to have is that why not just use this kind of a Type-C mounting base plate with the, the Type-C port basically at the front of the camera, and use the, the Type-C connector, the default one that comes to the DJI receiver. Honestly, this is really not something I would like to suggest. As you can see, it's extremely flimsy. And there's a lot of risks when you're using like this. Like for example, if you accidentally hit it, God, it's not gonna look good. So I don't see a lot of people talking about these kind of solutions out there, but I just want to share. So if you guys are out there listening and if you're interested in how the hell you set up an audio monitoring solutions for such pocket cameras, yeah, this is my best solutions that I thought of so far. If you have any kind of suggestions, please do drop it in the comments. If you like my content, please feel free to follow, likes, whatever, share. Yeah, I'll see you around. Cheers, bye-bye.